U.S. breaking news, change your read newspaper habit. Philadelphia. The Philadelphia 76ers lost a winnable Game 3 against the Boston Celtics on Saturday, due to what Joel Embiid labeled dumb mistakes in crunch time. "It sucked to lose this way. I felt like we had control of the whole game," Embiid said after the Sixers' 101-98 overtime loss left them in a 3-0 deficit in the best-of-7 series. "We made a couple of bad mistakes at the end. We made a couple of dumb mistakes. It's on us. Next game, we gotta do better. That's a big one, win or go home. Never been in this situation, so I'm excited," Embiid added. "It's gonna be a good game, and I feel like it's gonna be a different energy. When you know that this is your last chance, you always end up playing better. But the game, like I said, we had control, and at the end we just made a couple mistakes." The first error was a turnover on J.J. Redick's pass with 8 seconds to play in the fourth quarter and the score tied. The Celtics converted a layup with 1.7 seconds to play. There seemed to be some confusion between Ben Simmons and Embiid on Redick's turnover late in regulation. The two players collided and Redick's pass, thrown in their direction, ended up in Boston's hands. "I was just reading, Marcus Morris. He was overplaying and I was trying to go behind the screen and look for the lob like we did against Miami," Simmons said. "I guess we were just on a different page." Marco Bellinelli bailed the Sixers out with a baseline jump shot at the buzzer to tie the game. But a few miscues in the final 20 seconds of overtime hurt Philadelphia's chances to win. Simmons corralled an offensive rebound with 19 seconds remaining and Philadelphia clinging to a 1-point lead. Instead of trying to kill some time off the clock or waiting for Boston to intentionally foul, Simmons shot immediately and missed a putback from inside the paint. The Rookie of the Year candidate didn't second-guess his decision to shoot the putback. "It was just natural instinct. That's a shot I take every practice, every game," he said. "Every day I take one of those and I missed it. That's the game. You miss shots and you make them. You win and you lose." The Celtics took a 1-point lead on the ensuing possession via an Al Horford layup out of a timeout. On the next play, Simmons' inbounds pass to Embiid was stolen by Horford. Horford's free throws sealed the game. "A lot of opportunities. A lot of mistakes were made," Simmons said afterward. "And it's frustrating when you know what the mistakes are." Sixers coach Brett Brown acknowledged that our young guys at times look young when talking about the late-game mistakes. But the coach didn't want to use the Sixers' inexperience as an excuse. "Four Philadelphia starters are playing in their first postseason. Last thing I want to do is lean on youth. I don't want to do that. I give credit to the Boston Celtics," he said. "I will think in many ways it is Joel is going to learn a lot. Ben Simmons is going to learn a lot. Painful admitting that now, but there is some truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that." While Embiid owned up to his team's mistakes, he also pointed out that Horford wasn't called for a single foul while guarding him throughout the game. "I don't see how it's possible for someone to guard me and have 0 fouls. I thought a couple plays, it wasn't fair," said Embiid. "But like I said, you gotta give Al a lot of credit. He made some plays for his team, and he got them the win. But like I said, I'm too big. I guess it's the playoffs, it's my first time here, so I'm learning, but I'm too big not to be fouled every time I go to the basket. Every time I post up." Simmons rebounded from a 1-point performance in Game 2 with 16 points, 8 assists and 8 rebounds in Game 3. But his turnover and missed shot following the offensive rebound late in overtime were costly. "I have a lot of growing to do," he said when asked what had learned about himself in his first postseason. "This is the first time I've played in the playoffs and I'm learning a lot. It's a great opportunity for myself and the team. We're all learning together." There's a lot of lessons, I think they're all very important. Simmons, a 56% free throw shooter in the regular season, looked quizzically at a reporter who asked if he'd be confident at the free throw line if he were fouled after getting an offensive rebound. "I would have been confident in going to the line," he said.